Hello gorgeous, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tamika. She is Tamika and Tamika is she. Ay, she is Tamika and Tamika is she. Ay, she is Tamika and Tamika is me. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this reverse diet recap. Usually I give a monthly recap of my maintenance. Those who do not know, I am on the Zepbound medication. I've been in maintenance since November of 2024. So I just want to give like a monthly update of how everything has been going. But this one is going to be more of a special update since I am doing a reverse diet. If you have not watched my video of my 1-year anniversary, you might want to go ahead and check that out. I do have chapters in there where I do speak about the body dysmorphia that I had, about me being at 136 pounds when I started my maintenance and gaining a pound each month, just eating at maintenance. And then all of a sudden I wanted to drop an extra 10 pounds. So I went from 136 to 140. Then I decided to do the 10 pound drop, which was going to be 130, but I stopped at 133 pounds, which only gave me a 7-pound weight loss. Now, of course, that was with water weights, and if you wanted to know how I lost that, instead of me injecting every other week while on maintenance, I started injecting every week. So that was how I was able to lose the weight. And of course, that put me in a further deficit. So let's say my deficit was around 1,500 every other week. Once I started injecting every week, it put me around 1,300 calories. So that was like 150 deficit for me. And I just stopped because it was just too much. So I am in a reverse diet. So let me go ahead and just give you the measurements. And let's go ahead and take a look at that video.
Stomach is a 28, is 32 and a half, is a 21. So it's all the way around. That's a 38. Okay. Oh. So my arm is 11 and 1-2 from the 11.
All right, so you already saw my measurements. My exposure is way too high, sorry. But okay, so you saw my measurements. I really have not gained a whole lot, in my in my glutes. So my recap, since it's April, my recap is for March. So let me go ahead and read you February so you can understand March results. Okay, so in February, my glutes was at 100. It was 137 to the second line, I believe it was. And my stomach was 28, my fupa was 33, my thighs was 23, and my arm was 11. Now let's get into March, where you just saw January was 37. February was 138. So March is still 138. And my stomach is 28. My fupa is 32 and a half. My thigh is 21. And my arm is 12 to the second line. I don't know what that is, but it's closer to the half mark. So I lost more inches in my thigh. So I lost 2 inches in my thigh, and I lost 1.5 inches in my fupa. So my waistline, the stomach part, stayed the same. All right, so with my reverse diet, basically I am trying to increase my metabolism. My metabolism was basically trash, as I always say. So in order to do that, I needed to increase my calories. All right. So how do I feel since increasing my calories? So like I said, my calories were as low as 1,300, and that's not including my exercises. You know, when I do exercise, strength training, it puts me in a further deficit. So I will be around like 1,100, 900 in a calorie deficit. So I am at, currently, my average is 2,000 calories. Yes, I did an aggressive reverse diet, so you don't have to do what I do. Just know that this is my body. I'm just doing trial and error. Just take what I do with a grain of salt and just enjoy the ride. That's all I can say. So with me increasing my calories, I will say my mood is a whole lot better. I do have more energy, and let's see, and my bowel movements have increased. Okay. And when I speak about energy, I am talking about like my day-to-day. How do I perform with my workouts? My workouts is more intense. If you thought my workouts was intense before, I'm not huffing and puffing like the way I was. Now I am really pushing through because my carbs have increased. And that also puts fuel in your body. It helps with muscle recovery and all of that. My protein, because I was at 133. Of course, I was eating 130 grams of protein, which my protein is going to start increasing a little bit, and I'll explain that in a second. My body composition, I am lean as it is, so there's no need for me to be on any type of weight loss, which is why I just kind of want to scale back on giving updates on Zepbound, because I am not in a weight loss. I am in a maintenance, but I will tell you in another video later down the line the reason why I don't really want to talk about Zepbound as much. But if you watch my 1 year anniversary, you kind of understand why I don't need to talk about it, because I'm not in the right headspace for that. But let's see what else. So basically, now that I have tracked, at least now that I have gained back my water weight, my 7-pound water weight, which brings me to my my weight as of today, I am back at 140 pounds. I feel good. All right. So now I am going to have to track even more so I can understand, okay, because I want to do a lean bulk, which means I would need to eat in a slight calorie surplus from where I'm at right now, which is around 2,000 calories. So I would probably do like 50, add extra 50 or extra 100 and stay consistent with that. Not just do 2,000, then 19, and then 25, and then 15. You know, you have to stay consistent with your numbers in order to see results. So that is going to be like my journey, like going forward. And I really want you guys to subscribe to the channel so that you can see this masterpiece being worked on. You know, our body is like a work of art, and you can change your body how you want to. It all depends on you. Okay. If you don't do anything, then you're not going to get change, right? Somebody put that up on their community post, so I'm just kind of like paraphrasing what I read. So thank you, girl. Let's see what else. But I just wanted to share that part with you, that I am going to be in a lean bulk, and I am going to be just basically strength training, and my weight is going to go up. How far do I want it to go up? I don't know. I will have to gauge it. I did use my scale that I have bought. You can check out that video that I made last Friday. I am going to do a comparison, which is why I have not showed my results on that scale. Let's just say, of course, it did trend up, but next month I want to be able to do a comparison with my muscles and, you know, versus the fat and all of that other stuff. So there's a lot of good information in that scale, because it gives you, you know, your BMI and all of this other stuff versus just one number. So I just wanted to share that with you, that your girl is back at 140 pounds, and it is about putting on lean muscle, bulking up a little, and then trying to minimize the fat. as I'm increasing my calories. And then we're just going to do a cut. And a cut means that I am not going to, that's another thing I want to mention. When I do my cut after I bulked up a little bit, a lean bulk, okay, muscle growth, once I do that, I am going to do a cut. And a cut, I am not going to be cutting my calories from 21 or 22 or 2,000. Instead of me just doing consistent strength training, I am going to add like HIIT. So HIIT burns fat. So I will use that as my calorie deficit versus me lowering my calories, because the whole point is I want to eat more and not having to do a calorie deficit of eating 1,500, 1,400 calories, right? So that's not what I want. So like when it comes down to my journey, I have to know what I want in advance. So I will not get tripped up over the scale. I will not get tripped up over my own thoughts about my body. So I need to keep my mental on point, okay? So again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you go ahead and do so. And let me go ahead and finish walking. My Apple Watch has died for the second day in a row. I don't know what's going on, but I bought a new charger and yet my Apple Watch died again. So my steps is not going to be accurately tracked today. But I use that as like my little mini cardio. That's it. But other than that, I don't do any HIIT training, no other cardio. It's all about strength training until I start my cut. So again, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, gorgeous.